Goku and Vegeta's training. Again. Back at the action. Yeah! Ironically using some stretchy arms, Penne shouts that she's got him. But only grabbing his cloak. Piccolo returns the technique and smiles that too bad for her. He's more than used to this move. As they try to struggle free. Clearly, the Macareni Gang is no match for him. Pasta shivers to know what's with this planet. How to come home to such a powerful being like this. With a hop and a skip and a few miles into the air, Jaco informs everyone how New Namek is a dead planet now, and that same tragedy is playing out across the galaxy. Confirming what Dende feared. He can't believe how awful this is. All of his fellow Namekians. Bulma points out that since Vegeta and Goku are off training, Jaco is coming to Piccolo for help, correct? And she's darn right. Maybe also Son Goku's son, or those Baldies. He's heading her way, so she wants him to gather them up. Specifying the Baldies as Krillin and Tien, she'll get a hold of him. The patrolman further warns her to be on alert. Moro has sent a bunch of scouts out into the galaxy. Upon asking what they're looking for, they're after more planets for Moro to eat. They Earthlings may be total wimpy weaklings, but all those life forms they've got would make their planet a tantalizing treat for Moro. He'll gobble the place up once he finds out. When it dawns on our heroes, those guys Piccolo went after, what if? Dende wants to know how exactly they could recognize these scouts. Jaco clarifies they'd come in groups of 2 or 3 in a long, thin spaceship. Although not seeing the ship with his own eyes, Dende thinks it can't be. Heading back to the Wastelands, Piccolo is able to rather effortlessly subdue the gang. First, he wants to know who they are. Are they connected to whatever's happening out in space? With a fake smile, Pasta inquires what he's talking about, claiming to just be a friendly neighborhood aliens passing through. Not convinced. Piccolo silently walks over to their ship as the villain tries to feign apologies for being so quick on the draw. That's on them. Promising not to bother him none anymore if he'll just let him go. Using telepathy, Getty asks his brother if they're really just gonna slink off. His sibling mentions how Moro will be itching to take this planet once they send word. That will be their chance to make off with the Blue Arum. Sending a jolt of excitement through the young Macareni, complimenting his brother on his smart thinking. Finally speaking, Piccolo states it's clear they 3 aren't the source of this greater disturbance. Pasta chirping back, "We sure ain't!" Alas, it appears Piccolo is not able to intercept their telepathic communication. He tells them to go on and never come back. The trio re-embark as their leader waves off the quote, "green fella." Beelining his direction instead of using telepathy himself. Dende sits idly by as Bulma notices something flying away. He shouts for Piccolo to not let them get away. Noticing the Guardian, it's now he decides to use that old biological Bluetooth and warns that they are allied with the gang causing trouble out in space. To make matters worse, the Macarenis take notice of Bulma's ship. But not wanting any more trouble, Pasta utters, "No thank you," We'd better hurry. Annoyed, Piccolo grumbles. So you tried to trick me, huh? Now letting their true nature out again. The thieves snarl that he's too late. They just sent word to the main forces. It's only a matter of time before the convicts pay this rock a visit. The convicts? Pasta continues that a nice planet like this, Moro will gulp down before they know what hit him. Serves Piccolo right for shooting him down. As the gang cackles out in laughter, perhaps not realizing the only thing keeping them alive is our hero's benevolence. With the convicts, Moro questions Sagambo what is it now that bothers him, and it's an incoming message from the Macareni Gang. They said, help us, and then got cut off. What do they do with this information? Thinking on this for a short moment, if they have been killed, the planet they found must be host to strong beings. Sagambo guessing so. Moro believes it's worth verifying. He instructs them to send a stronger scouting party. If it proves to be a quality planet, he will devour it himself. This means the clock has officially begun ticking for Earth. At least sending some scouts first will buy our heroes a tiny bit more time. As the forces of darkness encroach upon the Earth, Goku and Merus begin training. Deep cut. Looks like Merus has a power pole just like Goku used to. Trying to master the Ultra Instinct he had used in the Tournament of Power, a move that he still has not name-dropped to Merus. He says it's not working. He stands rubbing his neck. He knows that he's got to empty his heart and mind for the move to work, but when he's fighting, his emotions are all over the place. He's just not getting it. Merus smirks. No, it's not quite that simple. Charging him, the patrolman explains. Rage, grief, joy, those strong emotions can translate to prodigious power. Just like your Super Saiyan transformation. Goku agrees, but that one is triggered by rage. Going on, Merus tells how the technique he's after is the opposite. It'll activate when the Saiyan achieves self-control in the face of jarring shock to his emotions. Such is Ultra Instinct. Our hero grins a little surprised that Merus knew the move he was talking about all along. The patrolman shrinks his pole and apologizes for keeping this information from him. However, the Saiyan figures there's no reason to be sorry. He's sure he had a good reason. And he indeed did. But Goku doesn't need to hear it. He already knows he's a good guy and wants to beat Moro just as bad as himself. That's good enough for him. Taking him off guard. Goku retakes his stance and tells him to forget all that. They can just get back to training. They don't have all the time in the world. Replying, very well. Any doubts I had are gone now. He implores a student to follow him. Entering a small pyramid. Zooming out, it's a room most of us should be familiar with by now. They will continue the training here. Goku mentions how he knows all about this place, the Chamber of Spirit and Time, right? Happy to see he's familiar. Every day that passes on the outside world gives him 3 days in here. And only 3 days? He guesses that even a little extra time is better than none. His new mentor quells that the time dilation is helpful. What's more important is that this space is sealed off from the world. Because now he can unleash his full power without anyone finding out. Getting excited, Goku exclaims, "Oh yeah? So no holding back in here." Just as eager as his opposite, Merus vows to impart all he has to him. Though it won't be easy, is he prepared? To which our hero responds, "I was born ready."